Good evening. I'm John. Hope I'm funny. You didn't notice? Jewish! Yarmulke. That Jewish bullhorn, isn't it? Makes the announcement. Your attention, please. Your attention, please. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Jew. Make way. Jew coming through. Make way. Now boarding business class. Now boarding business class. And Jews. So, being Jewish, I follow Jewish tradition. So, I became a doctor. I had to. It's the law. So, being a Jewish doctor, like there's any other kind. Anyway, you notice I pointed here to say that I was Jewish? I used to point right here. But does that really matter anymore? All you goys, you non-Jews, you stole our move. The circumcision. That was our move. The original concept of circumcision came from who? Abraham, 99 years old, gave himself a circumcision. That's why he lived to 99 in a day. I mean, he wouldn't want to live any longer after chopping off the end of his pee-pee. But imagine this, he's 99 years old, God talks to him, he's standing there with his scalpel like this, and he's getting ready. I can do this! I can do this! I can... Uh-oh. Now, let's think about that for a minute. Somehow, I don't think Abraham had a scalpel back then.
So
he probably used a rock. Oh, that's when they came up with the cliche, between a rock and a hard place. But the point here is, the circumcision was the original covenant with God. Us Jews, we're the chosen ones. We had to be different. We had to have a brand. So if you think about it, Jews were the ones that came up with the original concept of branding. Head cover up here, no head cover down here. But is that efficient? Not exactly. But from a business point of view, brilliant. I mean, we're selling two products, headwear and circumcision. Imagine the first Jew trying to sell that. Hey, come on over. I got a 2-for-1. We do your kippah and we do your shmeckle. And being a Jewish doctor, you certainly wouldn't expect to hear the words fuck, shit, and bastard to come out of my mouth. But now that it has, we can move on. So one would find themselves saying those words if they find themselves recently unemployed. Imagine that. An unemployed Jew. Where do you hear that? Where do you see that? That's like an Eastern Indian athlete. You just never see one. And you see, I've been fired for the fifth time in 4 months by my boss. Now, I call my boss narcissistic. I call her judgmental. Oh yeah, I also call her mom. Yeah, my mom fired me. Fuck, shit, bastard. And you know who taught me those words? My rabbi. He knows her too. So my mother, definition of Jewish mom, she's in the dictionary. How do I know that? I'm 42 years old. I still feel completely inadequate. I mean, you see this walking neurosis right in front of you. I've done a lot of therapeutic work not to do what most people might do in my situation, like turn to drugs, suicide, maybe eating Michael's heroin-laced lobster. No, I did retaliate. She wanted me to become a doctor, so I really let her have it. I became a chiropractor. Yeah, Mom loved that. Now it's her turn to say, fuck, shit, and bastard. So she says to me, a chiropractor? What the hell is that? It's a holistic doctor, one that actually heals people. That's not a doctor! Okay, Mom, you're right. I'm not an MD. Well, we all do know what MD stands for, right? More drugs. So what they do is really push painkillers and narcotics, and I'm just not that guy. And to a Jewish mother, this was a complete disappointment. You know, it's like an Asian schoolboy getting an A-. It's a complete failure. So when I graduated from this very strict chiropractic college, I was very square, I was very straight-laced, and on my very first day of practice, the very first patient to walk into my office was the most beautiful woman I have ever seen in my life, except for my wife. And my primal instinct turned on. I mean, primal is primal. We're animals. Well, to women it's called being a man. But I trained myself to turn this off. And now I gotta work on her. So I walk in, I do some soft tissue massage on her shoulders. So I start and I say, okay, Dr. Sherman, I'm gonna do some soft tissue massage. This might hurt a little bit in a good way. And she says to me, yes, it's like being spanked while you're having sex. And then she touches my hand. Okay, let's think about that for a minute. Primal instincts on. I'm a guy. Hot chick says have sex. What does it do to you? It wants to move. I'm Rain Man with a boner. I had to do everything in my mental power not to get it to move. It moved anyway. So what did I do? I did what any good doctor would do in that situation. I fucked her. No, I didn't. I'm a professional. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor. I'm a doctor with wood. I mean, no wood. I mean, I can't have wood. I work on bones. Bones. I'm a professional. I'm married with 2 kids. If I act on this primal instinct, I'll lose everything. My lovely wife, my kids, oh, even worse, my career. I had to keep my tiger in its cage. Okay, let's be real here. It's actually more like a kitten. But having said that, if I acted on this primal instinct, I could have lost everything. So what I had done is I said to her, get out. And as she was leaving, I said to myself in my head, wow, not only am I not getting paid, but I'm not getting laid. Fuck, shit, bastard. And with that, I say thank you and good night.